Hello and welcome to this very special edition of Hawk Talk. I'm Erin Graff.
And I'm Melanie Duhigh.
Today we are going to be speaking with our three student trustee candidates. So you might be wondering, what is a student trustee? A student trustee is an elected official that serves on our board of trustees, which is the governing body to Harper College. So they really are the voice of students to the board when they're making decisions. So, Melanie, do you want to talk to us a little bit about the voting process?
Yes, so our candidates for student trustee will be campaigning for your votes all the way up until April 5th. On April 5th, voting will open for all students on your student portal, and voting will remain open through Wednesday, April 7th. So be sure to vote for your candidate for student trustee.
So the first question that we have for our candidates is, for one, please introduce yourself, and two, share with the students a little bit about your platform. What is it, the things that you're really passionate about that students should know you're advocating for as student trustee?
I just want to thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited to talk about my campaign, myself, and some of the things that I'm advocating for. So a little bit about myself. So hello again, my name is Mitchell Ryba. I am a freshman at Harper College. I'm a first generation college student and I am on track to studying biology at Harper College. My dream is to eventually go on to graduate school for medical school. So it's something that I'm very passionate about studying. So a lot of my campaign topics and my want to be a student trustee has come from a lot of experiences from my peers and as well as from myself. So I'm going to start diving into a little bit of my campaign topics. So first is a really hot topic at Harper, which is tuition. Student tuition has been lowered in Harper because of the overhaul budget because of the pandemic, but I want to continue to fight to keep Harper's tuition affordable even after the pandemic is over, and also help advocate for programs that help, like student textbooks and getting those programs that you need for your classes. Another big thing when we look at the whole big picture of Harper is diversity and inclusion. It's one of my, I think, more close-hearted things that I want to work on if elected. And we have a wide range of diversity, and one person cannot possibly represent every voice at the table. I believe that everyone deserves a voice at that table. So if elected, I would create a student-led diversity organization and platform so everyone has the equal opportunities for students to voice matters in student affairs, because student diversity and inclusion is so important. My next topic is, if we return to campus, COVID-19 protocols and how we should handle them. I believe that we should continue the already existing contact tracing and social distancing procedures, like getting your temperature checked at the door and swiping your ID card and getting the little carnival wristband. We should continue those because student health is so important. I also want to advocate for Harper to become a vaccination site so we're able to protect our surrounding communities, because we are such a big school and everyone comes from everyone else. We need to make sure we protect Harper, but also the communities around Harper. Next, as a Harper student, I am active in a lot of clubs and organizations. Shout out to Chemistry Club. But COVID college has been difficult for clubs where there were many active members. There are now not so many active members. So if elected, I want to power and help cultivate and grow these student clubs and organizations, because I believe we can build back stronger. Another big thing is wellness. I am big on wellness in every aspect of our lives, and I want to advocate for programs and campaigns that help students' mental, physical, emotional well-being health by providing services like Harper purchasing the online counseling services and utilizing more programs like the recreational center when we're able to go back to school. In the end of my entire campaigning, one big thing is if elected, I will be that bridge between the students and the administration. And I want to make sure I'm transparent about every single move I make and within talking with everyone, because I just want everyone to have the information and the right to have that information. And that's really all about my campaign and what's really important to me. I want to thank you so much for having me on, and remember, vote Mitchell for your voice for positive change.
Hi, my name is Adam Threlkeld. I am a freshman this year at Harper. And even though I'm a freshman, I've gained tremendous experience through Harper, through being an SGA senator, Phi Theta Kappa inductee, and an honors program. Those have really set a foundation for me to learn about Harper, even though we're online and really not going to campus. And one of the things I want to campaign on is going to Harper and doing it safely, going back and being in person. And the way I want to do that is really capitalize on the opportunity to maximize the student voice. And the way I want to do that is through social media, because we really can't have interactions at school anymore. So the reason I would do that is through social media and really reaching out to students, because I have a lot of followers on Instagram and Snapchat, and I really think I could use those to utilize what's really good for Harper. And a way I really would want to get students back to Harper would be contact tracing, and also to really just keep on taking temperatures and doing what we've been doing. Because up to this date, I do not think anybody has gotten COVID at Harper just from doing blended classes, which brings me to another thing is just, even though if we can't completely go back 100% in person, we could do blended. So going and starting online and maybe transitioning over to blended.
Hey everyone, this is Bahul Mal, and I am majoring in computer science. I am running for the position of student member of Board of Trustees. The reason I decided to run is I wish to bring more opportunities and betterments to Harper College and for the Harper students. I've done many leadership roles in high school where I learned a lot to advocate for my fellow students. If I get elected, I will be working on bringing any improvements needed to free structures and more scholarship and grant and pushback for a voucher program where all students who cannot afford books can get books free of cost.
Our second question for our candidates is, how do you plan on ensuring that you represent the voice of all students to the Board of Trustees?
Plan on representing the student's voice at Harper College. I don't think that is an easy task for one person to do, because I cannot speak on every single person's voice at Harper College. But I promise the student population that if elected, I would sit down and be more than a fierce advocate, but I would listen. I would listen to your personal struggles. I would listen to the things that you think Harper could do and improve. And I would take everything that I've listened from you and take that to the student board and advocate for your success as a Harper College student. We are all Harper College Hawks, so we need to stick together.
I can ensure a voice for all Harper students and to maximize outreach so all students can be heard is through social media. All of us have social media, and we can really utilize that to bring out the Harper voice. And a way we can do that is by Instagram polls, daily Snapchat updates, and even just Instagram posts with details about the campaign coming up.
I will be the voice of students at the Board of Trustees table. I will also be looking forward to talk to the Board of Trustees of Harper College to create resources for students coming back to campus after the campus opens again for in-person courses. We are in very uncertain times of this COVID-19 pandemic, and I believe the only thing we can do to move forward and grow is by working together. I really want to put my passion in serving Harper College as a student trustee, and I'm hoping for the best that you guys will give me a chance to serve you all for 1 year term. Thank you.
Our final question is, where can students go to learn more about your platform?
If you want to see a little bit more about my campaign, you can go to Instagram, and you can go to @Mitch4Harper and see more about my campaign and some other information.
You can find me to find this information for daily Snapchat posts and Instagram polls is Adam Threlkeld at Instagram or AdamT148 on Snapchat.
Student involvement team is doing a great job in informing students about the election already. You guys can follow my official Instagram campaign page, Pahul4Harper. If you have any concerns or questions, you can reach me out anytime by via Harper, email, or Instagram. Support by voting me. You guys can vote from your Harper portal from April 5th to April 7th. I'm counting on you. Let's make it possible.
Thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget to vote on your student portal.